EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. A tight end in motion now. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now a give on the ground. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Josh Hines-Allen there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
Second down and 8. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle on the right side.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to pick this one up on the ground. He's going to have a Vikings 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
give up the middle. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. Third and goal. Third and 2, and here's McCarthy. It is brought in the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. Going to get that complete to Jamar Chase. Down the right sideline. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal. Burrow working in the pistol. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry stopped at the 6, and that sets up third and goal. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
In motion, it's Jefferson. The drive will start on the ground, and he'll get forward for a couple. Josh Hines-Allen there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. Third and 5. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
On first down, here's Guerendo. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. One more time, it's Guerendo. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A short game, down to the 7. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Third and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end. And he will go all the way. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Number 19, ball carrier. The tackle by Chris Jenkins. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
First and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle. And this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. To throw is Burrow. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And the Vikings are going to get the football at their own 40.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box and be an extra linebacker. That versatility is something we're seeing a lot out of safeties in today's NFL, and you can see a big reason why.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
On 1st down, Burrow. He's going to try it here again. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Bengals.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. That's caught left side by Odunze. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing is Burrow. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bengals.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
The extra point is up and through. And the Bengals move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. A return coming from the 14. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Burrow. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it'll be second down. Burrow now. Hit as he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Now, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
The 44-yard run. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. First down and more inside the 30. That's a gain of 18 yards.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
They'll give it to Guerrero. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. In motion, it's Jefferson. On second down, a run with Guerendo. To the pylon, he's in. Isaac Guerendo. Touchdown, Minnesota. Two choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability,
he is in. Roll for Tunze. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll go left side here and complete this one. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's to the sideline and pulled in by Jefferson. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A run on first and goal. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Vikings. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
A first down throw for Burrow. This one taken in by Odunze. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. Motion man is Rice. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Nowhere to get away. He's going to go down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is hard. He gets the hook up with Rice. They get 18 yards on 4th down and a fresh set of downs.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Now, 1st and goal. They'll run here. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. A return coming from the 14. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, like meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Here we go. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. So, this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign.
What are you doing?
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.